So as is typical with my luck, ladies and gentlemen, the second I recorded my discussion on the European Super League, a press release came out. So let's go through this press release. Now, I've not read this press release yet. I wanted to read it, I guess live. Although this is not a live video, but I wanted to read it and give my first impression. My European Super League discussion will come out. Well, will be uploaded while this is coming out. So maybe this will come out like 5 minutes, 6 minutes later. 5 or 6 minutes, wow, that's specific. No, but let's actually read this in detail. So it is the press release immediate Sunday, the 18th of April. So it says, I hope you guys can read it, should be able to. Leading European football clubs announce new Super League competition. 12 of Europe's leading football clubs, oh my goodness, now we're starting off with lies already. 12 of Europe's leading football clubs have today come together to announce they have agreed to establish a new midweek competition, the Super League, governed by its founding clubs. Leading football club, eh? Leading football club, eh? Yeah, okay, I'll give that. Leading football club, eh? Yeah, debatable, but okay. Yeah, okay. Leading football club, eh? Yeah, definitely, most certainly. Leading football club, eh? Have all joined as founding clubs. It is anticipated that a further 3 clubs will join ahead of the inaugural season, which is intended to commence as soon as practicable. We all know who those 3 clubs are. If you don't, then you're deceiving yourself. The 3 clubs that they are anticipating are Bayern, Dortmund, and PSG. So 3 clubs that officially turned them down. And I mentioned in my discussion why that is the case. I mentioned in my discussion why we turned them down, why PSG turned them down, why Dortmund and Bayern turned them down. So if you don't know why, you might want to check that out. But if the Super League happens, I think, yeah, that's my thoughts on this. If the Super League does happen, right, I kind of agree with them. Like, they're saying it's gonna happen. We'll see about that. We'll see the kind of roadblocks that UEFA and FIFA will put in their way, but and the government bodies itself. Well, yeah. So here's an important thing already. It's a new midweek competition. So it is supposed to replace or be a replacement for the Champions League, because there were 2 proposed models about this European Super League. One was that it was going to be like an actual league, like week in, week out, or one was that it was going to replace the Champions League. So it seems to be the competition to replace the Champions League, which, I don't understand why Perez, who's obviously the one that's leading this, the current president of Real Madrid, why he's so adamant about it when, Real Madrid is a Champions League club. They are specifically a club that is, what I would say, a Champions League heritage club, which is why I think they're going to win the Champions League this season. But, I don't understand. Their whole history, right, is not based on winning La Liga. It's based on winning a Champions League. Being the biggest club in the world specifically because of the Champions League. So I don't understand why, especially Real Madrid, would want this. Money, I get it. But, like, you're basically throwing away your whole legacy. That's the way it seems to me. But, hey, I'm not a president of a club, so I can't really talk. Going forward, the founding clubs look forward to holding discussions with UEFA and FIFA to work together in partnership to deliver the best outcomes for the new league and for football as a whole. Now, of course, the big thing with this is that there was this whole thing. UEFA and FIFA have said that they would block players that play in this European Super League from participating in international competition. So the likes of the Euros, the likes of Copa America, all of these kind of cups, all these international trophies, they World Cup, they will not be able to play in. So we'll see how successful that Super League will be, if I'm being completely honest, just because of that one facet of it. The formation. Well, let me have a sip of drink, because I just recorded, right? As I said, I just recorded like a 20-minute long video. My lips are dry, and then suddenly I go into it, and this is the first thing I see. I'm like, damn it. Okay, time to turn the camera on again. All right. The formation of the Super League comes at a time when the global pandemic has accelerated the instability in the existing European football economic model. What a way to say, shit. We didn't know how to make a sustainable footballing model, and now when a pandemic hit, shit, we be fucked, yo. What a way to say that nicely. Wow, we didn't know how to do financing, so we are screwed. My goodness. Amazing. Brilliant insight. Further, For a number of years, the founding clubs have had the objective of improving quality and intensity of existing European competitions throughout each season, and of creating a format for top clubs and players to compete on a regular basis. Top clubs, eh? Like the stupidity, not just hypocrisy, but the stupidity of that sentence. The founding clubs, AC Milan, right? They can't even win the Europa League. Arsenal, they can't win anything. Atletico Madrid, the only thing they can win is the Europa League, right? Chelsea, they're kind of in this weird limbo where they do good in the Europa League, they might win it, but they're not going to win the Champions League. Now, they have a very good chance this season, but they're not a regular contender. Barcelona used to. You used to think Barcelona, shit, they're going to win the Champions League. Now you're like, Barcelona, good luck with that. Good luck with that. Inter Milan, bro, come on. Last season was their best chance and they squashed it. Besides that, what have they done internationally? Come on. Juventus are the eternal bricks. Right? They're the eternal chokers, the eternal wastemans. They get to a final and lose it. Against every team, they lose it. Liverpool, okay, I ain't going to say shit about Liverpool, because Liverpool, you know what, fair enough. They have a terrible season this season, but okay, fair enough. When they're in European competitions, they do well. League, not so much. Competitions, yes. City, City, they're trying to get there. So and they're always in competition, so fair enough. United, come on now, what's United going to win? The Europa League, at best? Spend more money than anyone else and still win nada. Real Madrid, hey, salute. Again, prestige, heritage FC, biggest club in the world. I respect that. Which is why I don't understand the Super League. Tottenham, what Tottenham gonna do? What have Tottenham done in their whole entire history? They've been into one Champions League final, that's it. And they got spanked in the first minute of that Champions League final. What have they actually done? They've done nada, niente. Zero, alright? Like they've done as much as there is in my hand. Nothing. Zero, zilch, and they're like, oh yeah, we wanna increase the quality. Like, bro, stop chatting that big ass bogus. What this is about is that dinero. It's about that cash, that money, that green, that gold, that dollar, that money, that euro. All right, that's what this is about. All right, this is so much bullshit. There's so much bull. And I don't even hate the European. I don't even hate the idea of the European Super League. I don't love it, but it's the ridiculousness of it all. That's my issue. It's the ridiculousness of it all. Now, oh yeah, improve the quality and intensity of the existing European competition. Really now. That's why AC Milan, Arsenal, Atletico Madrid, Inter, and friggin' Tottenham are in it. Intensity. Yeah. Of course. And creating a top for top clubs. Of course. And players. Come on now. This is so fucking stupid. All right. This is so freaking stupid. All right. This is like me going down to an ice cream shop. All right, and be like, yo, give me cookies. And they're like, oh, you want ice cream? No. Give me cookies. I'm like, well, we don't sell cookies. We only sell ice cream. No. I said cookies. Give me cookies. And they're like, well, we can divide the cookies from the ice cream cookie. Is that good enough? I'm like, you know what? I'll take it. And then you take it. They put all the effort in, right? They put all the effort in to separate the cookies from the ice cream cookies. Like, okay, he doesn't want the actual ice cream. He just wants the cookie bits. Let me separate that. Let me spend time. I'm going to dig in. Tack. Okay, we've got the cookies. Here is one cookie. That will be £3. And then you take that cookie like, okay, and you run without paying. That's what this is, right? Because, let's face it, this part here, okay, they tried to improve the intensity. That's also BS, right? But they tried to improve the quality. That I can actually get behind. Because that's what the reforms that are happening with the Champions League are, going to happen. The reforms that happen next season. With like the 20 clubs, the King of the Hill format. That kind of format. That's basically what this discussion has born. That's basically the fruit of its labor, right? That's basically what's happening with it. So I can understand that part, right? But then to say the intensity. Like, bro, what intensity? You're playing against half the teams on here are roadmans, alright? Like, what kind of nonsense are you blabbering on about? 12 teams. It's not 12 teams. That's it. Instead of playing against, 20 teams, you're playing against 12. Good job. Good fucking job. Good job. We all know it's about that green, right? The pandemic has shown that a strategic vision and a sustainable commercial approach Required. Okay, there's so much. I need to stay calm. I need to stay calm now because there is so much that I want to say right now. Like, it's not getting me heated. It's not getting me heated. Don't get me wrong. I'm not heated right now. I'm not. It's just I smell bullshit. Right? When I smell bullshit, I wanna say it. I wanna talk about it. I wanna act about it. But I'm gonna keep calm. We're gonna stay calm. All right. We're gonna stay calm here. We're gonna stay absolutely calm. Here. Let me roll up my sleeves for when it gets ready, because then I'm gonna go into my Bruce Lee mode. Because I've got my rope on, right, and we're gonna go into Bruce Lee mode once I'm done with this. Logan Paul mode, actually. Like, that's the kind of mode we're going into, right? Oh my goodness. Alright, the pandemic has shown that a strategic vision and a sustainable commercial approach are required to enhance value and support for the benefit of the entire European football pyramid. Okay, screw this. Screw all that. Screw all that, right? The sleeves are coming back down. The sleeves are coming back down because I'm going into battle, right? And I'm going into battle, and I need to look like a badass, right? I don't want to have the sleeves rolled up and be like, okay, I'm going to pretend like I'm looking like a badass. No. We're rolling the sleeves back down and I'm actually going to be a badass, all right? So let me actually deconstruct what is being said here. The pandemic has shown that a strategic vision and a sustainable commercial approach are required to enhance value. Let's leave it at this part for now. The pandemic has shown that a strategic vision and a sustainable commercial approach are required. Okay. Fact number 1. The pandemic has hit a lot of countries. It has hit a lot of companies, and it has hit a lot of businesses, companies. The pandemic has hit a lot of countries. It has hit a lot of companies. It has hit a lot of businesses, right? Coolio. We've seen a lot of football clubs having to lay off staff. All right. Okay. Here is the thing. That these football clubs are badly run. They're run because of their owners, and their owners are running it badly. There are sustainable football clubs out there. There are plenty of sustainable football clubs out there, right? And they haven't been hit nearly as hard by the pandemic because they've been careful, they've been cautious with their finances. Of course, the whole pandemic situation has happened very quickly. It has happened extremely quickly, right? But my goodness, my absolute goodness, right? My goodness, not my goodness, my goodness, my gut is reeking all this BS, right? And it's not liking it. I'm not liking it at all. It smells like shit. If it is shit, yeah, it must be shit. And that is what this is, right? Because, look, I'm not going to get into financing. I'm not going to get into, I'm not going to get into that. But, actually, I am going to get into that. There's a very interesting point that has been made. Let me try and see if I can find it. There's a very interesting point that is being made about all these teams that are part of this, all right? That are in this, all right? And that is this right here. I don't know what. Hold on 1 second. Let me try and show it to you. There you go. I don't know where you guys can see it. Swiss Ramble, right? Who basically a couple times a year, I think every quarter, makes a what was called he basically analyzes the finances of the clubs, of football clubs. That's basically what he does. Like he basically does that, right? For I don't know whether it's for a living, but that's basically what his whole Twitter account is based on. It's to analyze the reported figures that each club posts and to put it into layman's term, right? So you don't need to be an accountant. That's basically what he does, right? He basically says this. You guys can't see it, I know, sorry about that, but it basically says, here's a clue as to why 12 clubs have signed up for a European Super League. They lost a combined 1.2 billion in 2019-2020 before player sales. And that was for a season where only the last 3 months were impacted by COVID. Like, yeah. That's all you honestly need to know about the situation, right? These clubs, the ones that form this European Super League, are the big clubs that have no idea of how to actually handle their finances. Like, let me tell you something, right? some people already know this. I own a little business. Actually, I technically own 2 businesses, right? But one I'm co-owner, so I wouldn't count that, right? But I own 2 businesses, right? There's a very simple principle. There's a very simple principle in the world, right? Not all debt is bad debt. And I can't believe I'm going full finance here because I love talking about finance, but I always try and stay away from talking about finance on anything because people hate talking about finance. But it's relevant this time, so I'll actually talk about it, right? I love talking about finance, right? Because I love analyzing. Okay, let's not get there. Let's not go there, right? But here's the thing, right? There's a very simple principle in business and in life, actually, because it's a very good principle to apply to life as well. There is good debt and then there is bad debt. Bad debt, as the name suggests, is bad for you. Good debt is leverageable debt. These football clubs, a majority of them, have bad debt. And that's the issue. Now, I haven't analysed these football clubs. I'm not interested, if I'm being completely honest, in these football clubs and their revenue. Manchester United, a little bit. I know a little bit more about Manchester United, about Manchester United because a friend of mine recently hit me up because he knows that I'm the stock dude. And he hit me up and he's like, yo, I saw on Twitter that Manchester United are issuing more share. I was like, no, they're just diluting more share. That's what's happening here. So I had to look into it and just tell him that it's a bad thing to do. Don't put your money in there. But these companies, majority of them, have owners. And these owners have bad debt. What's the quickest way to get out of bad debt? This Super League. Blame it on the pandemic, of course that's what they're going to do. When you have bad debt and something unexpected happens, it just gets worse. It goes from bad to worse, as the saying goes, you know. But that's what good debt is there for. Good debt, leverageable debt, you know. That's usually what it's there for. That's usually, you know, what you can leverage, as the name suggests. It's usually what you can use, and that would help you get out of this. Now, I'm sure that a lot of these clubs here have tried to get good deals. They've tried to get good deals, and I think the reported fee is like they get each of them get like 400 million-ish or something like that, which is absolutely ridiculous just for joining this. Apparently, JP Morgan's is it JP Morgan? Yeah, JP Morgan's is part of this whole project, and they're going to be the ones that are going to be funding a majority of it. Oh my goodness! With all the names involved, it's 100% gonna happen. I said it in my discussion, right? I don't think my discussion is up yet. It wouldn't be up yet, right? But like I said, it's in my discussion that I won't be here in 10 years. There's a 100% chance, 99% chance that in 10 years' time I won't be making YouTube videos, right? That I will be gone, right? I'll be honest. Maybe for another 5 years and then I'll probably quit, all right? But if I were to be here in 10 years, a European Super League will have been underway, right? Because this is going to happen. All the discussion, all the criticism, everything that's being said doesn't matter. Because this is ultimately, at the end of the day, this right here, the European Super League, is going to happen. So me complaining about it isn't really so much about it happening or it being thought of as an idea, because it's going to happen. Make no mistake, it's going to happen. And Bayern is going to join it, regardless. Like, I'll tell you right now, Bayern is going to join it, right? Give it a few years, and Bayern is going to join it. But the thing here is this. Also, can I just say, that has to be the worst. I know it's not really a logo, but that has to be the worst logo one could possibly think of, right? I'm just saying. Sorry, sorry. Has to be said, right? Has to be said, right? The thing, I've not even finished reading it, but like the thing is, don't give us all this BS. Like, just don't give us all this BS. Be honest and say, you know what, we fucked up. We didn't think a pandemic would happen. We already were in the negative. We already were, you know, doing poorly economically, and now with the pandemic, it's even worse. Just be honest. I don't think anybody will be against you if you say, man, you know what, we fucked up. It's better to be honest And then to be like, oh man, yeah, we want the integrity and the great. The strategic vision and the quality, the intensity, the money. I mean, not the money. Not the finance. No, not the finance. Not the finance. What's another word we can throw in there? The prestige. Yeah, that's the prestige. It's all about the prestige. Yes, it's about the prestige. Yes, amazing. Look at the prestige. Like, come on, don't give us all that nonsense, all right? Just don't give us all that nonsense. Just tell us, you know what? We're broke. We're broke. We're the biggest club in world football. We have so many fans. We have so many employees. We need to do something like this, or otherwise we're just going to go under. If you said that, I don't think anybody would have complained. I think even then UEFA and FIFA would have said, you know what, mate? For a season, we'll allow it. After that, if you continue, we're going to fuck you over. But, like, I'm swearing more than usual. Like, usually I don't swear on this channel. Because I'm not much of a swear. Actually, no, I don't know. I'm not much of a... When I'm in the mood, I'm in the mood. And I'm in the mood right now. But usually I'm not. I'm not much of a person that swears a lot. But still. But first of all, let's continue reading. Let's finish reading it. The pandemic has shown that a strategic vision and a sustainable commercial approach are required to enhance the value and support for the benefit of the entire European football pyramid. Funny how it's in the entire European football pyramid when it's only 12 clubs with potentially 3 more, Bayern, Dortmund and PSG joining. Entire European football pyramid. Well, being the founding fathers, which means they can't get kicked out. Amazing. In recent months, extensive dialogue has taken place with football stakeholders. Of course it would. That was the only people that really want it. Regarding the future format of European competitions. The founding clubs believe the solution proposed following these talks do not solve fundamental issues, including the need to provide higher quality matches and additional financial resources for the overall football pyramid. And that's it. Is that how you're going to end it? So you say you want to work with UEFA and FIFA, and then you're throwing shade at them. Interesting. Yeah, good luck with that. That's all I'm going to say. Good luck with that. Look. I'm going to say my thoughts one last time. First of all, let me turn that off. Let me have a look and see whether my original video is up. Processing, okay. And what I will say is this. "5 years at the latest. In 5 years' time, at the absolute latest, when the European Super League will have been established. Make no mistake about it. This has been a project that has... That's the funny part, right? That's the funny part, right? They're going on about the pandemic this, the pandemic that. This has been a project that's been in development for about 5 to 10 years now, right? So don't give me that pandemic nonsense. Everyone loves doing that. And I hate it. Everyone loves blaming the pandemic. Oh, the uncertainty of the pandemic. Oh, the extreme effects of the pandemic. No, don't give us that nonsense. You've been planning this for years. I heard about this when I first started this channel, I think. I could have made videos on this when this channel first started. And you know what? I didn't. Maybe I should have. Damn it. I could have gotten some views. But let's be honest, right? Let's be honest. This has nothing to do with the pandemic. This is to do with all these owners that bought these football clubs thinking, oh, you know what? It's a good project. I can make a lot of money. I'm going to buy this club for 10 million and I'm going to become a massive Champions League club and then I can, make 10 million just on dividends alone. And then it didn't turn out. And they pumped money in, they pumped money in, they pumped money in, and it wasn't the Manchester City. It didn't work out like Manchester City. It didn't work out like Manchester United. It didn't work out like PSG. It didn't work out like Chelsea. It just didn't work out. And I'm like, damn it. We've poured so much of our hard-earned cash in, and we got nothing. We're in debt now. We're screwed, man. This European Super League sounds like a good idea. Let's make some money. That's basically what it is, right? Let's not kid ourselves. That's basically what it is. And if I bought a club, I would do that. I ain't gonna lie. Well, let's be completely honest. If you bought a football club for a substantial amount, right? Regardless of what substantial amount to you is, right? you want it to succeed. Don't you? You want to make your money back. When you invest in stocks, for those of you guys that invest in stocks, when you invest in stocks, you want it to succeed. You're not buying a stock with, well, okay, sometimes you are. So sometimes you're buying a stock with like the intention of, oh, you know what, there's a possible upside, but even if it doesn't improve, then, you know, fair enough, it doesn't matter. And that's you mostly do that only with dividend stocks, right? Where you're like, I don't even care about the share price that much, I'll just buy because of the dividends. Okay, fair enough. That's a different example, right? Usually, generally, if you're buying dividend, you tend to buy dividend aristocrats, you know, so it's one of those things, right? But like, you don't buy anything, you don't purchase any stocks or any company, right, with the intention of it failing. Let's not kid ourselves, right? You don't buy anything with the intention of it failing. You want it to make you money. You want your money to make you money. It's really that simple. That's very much the principle. So if it's not making you money, what can you do? Well, joining the Super League. Is it good? We'll see. Is it bad? I don't really care. What's going to happen? Well, I'll tell you. It's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. This European Super League with all these powerful owners in world football, it's definitely going to happen. And that's just a fact of life. But it also is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. I'm tired, right? I woke up, I go on Twitter, first thing I see is European Super League being proposed, and I was like, okay, let me wait a little bit. Let me just see, because there was supposed to be a statement, and then no statement came. I was like, okay, let me record my original video, which was like 20 odd minutes long, and I was like, okay, coolio, fair enough. And now, then I end that video, I upload it on YouTube, and then I go on Twitter, and I'm like, oh, here's the thing. I'm like, bro, why couldn't you come out like 20 minutes ago? But nope. Here I go, another 20 minutes. And now I'm getting tired of speaking. I've been getting tired of speaking from like the first minute of this video, if I'm being completely honest. But hey, here we are. Here we are. It's about the future of football. So it is what it is. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I will see all of you in the next one. Until next time, as always, peace out and have a nice day. Hopefully, I won't come back here in another 10 minutes. You know what? Before we end this video, Twitter. I'm not going through all that again. Like, let me just open a few news. No. You almost got me, damn it. SCR, you almost got me. I saw it. All right, oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. All right, that's a good one. You guys can't even see it, but that's a good one, right? I saw this. I was like, is that real? Is that the Real Madrid song? But no, it's anti. I thought that was a real news there for a second. A grenade has just been thrown into Florentino Perez's office. The man to have thrown the grenade is supposed to be a Twitter user. Okay, I didn't even read the rest. But like, I saw that. I was like, damn it. Is that true? I saw the first one. I was like, what? That escalated a lot. But nah. Is there any news about it at all? Madrid Extra. Ooh. This is the last year Real Madrid will be in the UEFA Champions League. My goodness. The players involved in the European Super League will be banned from the 2022 World Cup from Mirror Football. The Super League actually has a website. Wow. This is so banterous, right? Look at this. This is so banterous. This is a bad joke. Honestly, this is a bad joke. You've got AC Milan, Inter Milan, Arsenal, and Tottenham in there. Like, come on, man. And I'm supposed to take this serious. Like, how ridiculous is that? How absolutely ridiculous is that? All the players involved in the Super League will not be able to join their national teams ever again since the start of the new competition. The Super League will start this summer. PSG will not sell their players to none of the clubs involved in the European Super League. Oh, a statement from FIFA. FIFA can only express its disapproval to a closed European breakaway league outside of the international football structures. Super League Chairman, Florentino Perez, of course. Vice Chairman, Andrea Agnelli from Juventus, and Vice Chairman, Joel Glazer from United. UEFA statement. Every club and player participating in the Super League could be banned from all UEFA and FIFA competition, European or international level. Stan Kroenke, thank you. Florentino Perez, thank you for bringing us this victory that will change football. My goodness. I knew this guy. Yo, look, just from watching Arsenal Fan TV, you know the Kroenkes are fucking mad. Now you actually see it. And from watching United fan, from watching United fan channels, you know that like the Glazers are crazy. Now you see it. Ooh, FSG out is trending. Even Liverpool fans are getting it. Woo! Like there was. It's funny because I watch all these fan channels, of course. Yeah, I basically consume football. And FSG out and FSG in has been such a hugely debated topic in terms of Liverpool fans, and most of them have like turned into FSG in ever since Klopp took over and they started winning things. But now it's the FSG out crowd that is loudly heard. Florentino Perez on the European Super League. We're going to help football at all levels to take its rightful place in the world. Football is the only global sport in the world with more than 4... Alright, let's read that again. Football is the only global sport in... I'm going to read you exactly what it says. Football is the only global sport in the world with more than 4,000 million followers. Just say 4 billion, my dude. Football is the only global sport in the world with more than 4,000 million followers. And our responsibility as big club is to respond to the wishes of the... Oh my goodness. Let me read that again. And our responsibility as a big clubs is to respond to the wishes of the... My goodness. Oh my god. Oh my god. And that's basically what's happening. Oh, that's what's happening. My goodness. The European... Let me read the format. Because all the news are coming out. European Super League format. Real Madrid posted that. I mean, if Paris is saying that, then Real Madrid will post it, of course. Comunicado oficial. Los principales clubes europeos de fútbol anuncian la nueva Superliga. My Spanish is no bueno. I did a bit of Spanish, so let me try and read this in Spanish. Okay. 12 de los clubes, 12 football clubs, well, let me read it all in Spanish and see whether I can translate. Oh, we put my Spanish to the test. Ooh, okay. 12, I haven't done Spanish in like 10 years. I only did it for like 2 years. 12 de los clubes de fútbol más importantes de Europa anuncian hoy que han llegado a un acuerdo para formar una nueva competición, la Superliga, gobernados por sus clubes fundadores. So, from what I gather, 12 de los clubes de fútbol más importantes de Europa anuncian hoy que... So basically, 12 of the most important football clubs in the world football announce the creation, the formation of the Super League. Gobernados por sus clubes fundados. As its founding members, I would assume. Clubes fundadores, founding members. But I don't know what gobernada por... Governing for the foundation of the clubs. El AC Milan, el Arsenal FC, el Atlético de Madrid, el Chelsea FC, el FC Barcelona, el FC Internazionale, Milano, la Juventus FC. Actually, one second, before I continue with that. Just so you guys can read it yourself. Put my best Spanish accent on. El FC Internazionale, Milano, la Juventus FC, el Liverpool FC, el Manchester City, el Manchester United, el Real Madrid FC, SCF y el Tottenham Hotspur serán únicos como clubes fundadores. So these are the founding members. These 12 are the founding clubs. Se invitará a otros 3 clubes para que puedan unirse antes de la temporada inaugural que... 1 second. No, it's not. Okay. I thought for a second, I thought it's just like the exact same thing that was, that I've read already. But no, that part here is basically 3 other clubs that we've invited that we think, that are temporarily not part of it, but we think will be joining as well. That's my understanding, at least, from this, which is basically what the exact same message that the first one said, with like the 3 founding members. I'm assuming Bayern, Dortmund, and PSG are thought of, I guess. De cara al fútbol, los clubes fundadores esperan mantener conversación con la UEFA. I've read that already. Basically the same thing. The founding clubs have held talks with UEFA and FIFA to create the Super League and in conjunction with world football. That part is that basically just the same thing? Yeah, all this is basically okay. Well, we've got the format here. At least that part is new. Damn it. Where's the format? There we go. Formata della competizione. I could just read the Twitter part for it. I could just read the translated Twitter part for it, but I want to read this now. Screw it, alright? Screw it. Participan 20 clubs, los 15 clubes fundadores y otros 5 equipos adicionales que se clasificación anualmente sobre la base del rendimiento de la temporada anterior. So 20 clubs are going to participate with 15 founding members and y otros 5 and 5 additional clubs that will go through an annual classification, annual tournament. And that will qualify. That's the word I'm looking for. That will qualify annually, and will only be temporary, is what I'm assuming. Will only be temporary. So, like the 5 additional clubs besides the founding members will basically be swapped in and swapped out. In that case, you know, if they don't do well, they don't do well. If they do well, they do well. Okay, so on and so forth. Todos los partidos se jugarán entre semana. Let me finish reading. Todos los. So they're gonna play each week or during the week. Oh, that's what it is. I'm like, each week. What do you mean each week? No, during the week. Todos los partidos se jugarán entre semana. Todos los clubes seguirán competición en sus respectivas ligas nacionales. So the respective leagues are still going to be a thing, like the Bundesliga, Premier League, League Serie A, and who am I missing? La Liga. Those are still going to be a thing, but this competition is going to happen during the week, preservando así el calendario tradicional que está en el centro de la vida de los clubes. Yeah. Yeah. 2 years learning Spanish in school did not help me for this part. But something about we're preserving the calendar, the traditional calendar, to make sure that it works out for the best interest of all clubs, is what I'm assuming. Viva la I used to rule the world. Viva la loca. That's what I'm thinking of. Viva la loca. Viva la loca. I don't know. Vida. I think that's heart, doesn't it? Heartbeat. Blood. I don't know. Anyway, la temporada comenzará en agosto. Wow, they're starting. The temporary start date is set for August. Con la participación de los clubes en 2 grupos de 10. Okay, I'm not going to read all this, my goodness. I ain't going to read all this, my goodness. Okay, I thought I was going to read all that, but mi español es el no bueno. Alright, as you can probably tell, mi español es el no bueno. It's no good. It's no good. It's no good at all. So let me actually read you the actual format to translate it. So European Super League format. 20 clubs will participate, the 15 founding clubs and another 5 additional teams that will be classified annually based on the performance on the previous season. All matches will be played during the week. All clubs will continue to compete in their respective national leagues, thus preserving the traditional calendar that is set for at the center of club life. So that's what it was, at the center of club life. The season will begin in August. I got that right. With the participation of the clubs in 2 groups of 10, which will play round-trip matches. My jolly goodness. The top 3 teams from each group will automatically qualify for the quarterfinals. Okay. Teams finishing 4th and 5th will play an additional 2-legged playoff. 2-party playoffs will be played from the quarters to reach the final, which will be played as a single game in May in a neutral venue. As soon as possible, the corresponding women's league will be launched, which will contribute to the development of women's football. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, is there any more on the European? There's probably a billion more because news is coming out as we speak. Wow. Okay, so just continuing. Tomorrow there will be a meeting where UEFA will propose sanctions for the clubs involved in the Super League At the moment, it is unlikely that the founders of the European Super League that are still involved in the season's Champions League, which is Chelsea, Manchester City, and Real Madrid, will get kicked out of this competition. But then you've got other people saying, right immediately afterwards, that the Super League teams can be kicked out of the Champions League and the Europa League. I can't even speak. I've been speaking for quite a while now, I guess. But the Super League teams can be kicked out of the Champions League and the Europa League with immediate effect. All 6 Premier League teams have quit the European Club Association, along with the 6 other founding fathers of the Super League. Okay, well. Well. PSG could be crowned Champions League winners tomorrow because they're the only team. Wow. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. That news right there is ridiculous. Anyway, though, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you all think. I'll see you all in the next one, everyone. Until then, peace out. I want to end this, right? I've spoken too much. Even I love listening to my voice. I love listening to my voice. I sound perfecto. But even I get tired of speaking. So I'll see you all in the next one, everyone. Until then, have a nice day. Peace out and bye.